The Terminator franchise has been adapted into games countless times, but very few truly understand what made Terminator 2 so special. No Fate closely follows the events of Terminator 2 Judgment Day, but it doesn't just resell the movie scene for scene. You'll play across multiple perspectives including Sarah Connor, John Connor, and even the T-800, each of which their own missions and playstyles. What's interesting is how the game uses player decisions to slightly alter how events unfold. At its core, Terminator 2 No Fate is a fast-paced run-and-gun shooter. Think classic arcade design, tight controls, constant enemy pressure, and very little downtime. Each playable character feels distinct. Sarah Connor focuses more on agility and precision. The T-800 is slower but hits harder, and John Connor often leans into the stealth and situational decision-making. Weapons feel punchy, enemy patterns are readable but dangerous, and the game constantly pushes you to stay on the move. This is not an easy game, and it doesn't pretend to be.
Terminated.
No Fate is unapologetically old school in its difficulty. Enemies hit hard, boss fights demand pattern recognition, and mistakes are punished quickly.
Terminated.
That said, the challenge feels fair. Deaths usually come from poor positioning or impatience rather than cheap design. If you grew up on arcade shooters, this will feel familiar. If not, expect a learning curve, but a rewarding one. I'm not much of a platformer and did struggle with a few bosses, but seeing that continue screen with the hand going down only inspired me to try again.
Continue.
Boss battles are memorable and demanding, especially when facing the T-1000. These fights often feel more like puzzles than simple damage checks, forcing you to learn patterns, manage space, and adapt on the fly. Each boss feels distinct, cinematic, and appropriately threatening, just as they should in a Terminator game. The soundtrack leans heavily into retro synth-driven themes that clearly play homage to the original film score while embracing a chiptune style. It's energetic, tense, and perfectly matched to the action. Visually, the pixel art is detailed and expressive, with smooth animations and plenty of small touches that fans of the franchise will immediately recognize. The art style, in my opinion, is a breath of fresh air, standing out against the 4K, HDR, ray traced visuals of other games in the market, but in a good way. Terminator 2D No Fate succeeds because it understands its identity. It doesn't chase trends or overcomplicate its design. Instead, it delivers a challenging, stylish, and respectful adaptation of Terminator 2, with meaningful gameplay decisions and rock-solid fundamentals. If you're a fan of retro games, arcade shooters, or the Terminator franchise, this is obviously worth your time and money. However, the really short main story can make it a hard sell, and is relying heavily on the incredible nostalgia kept alive by fans of the movie franchise today. My personal take? Wait for it to go on sale unless you are the biggest T2 fan out there. It may not be for everyone, but for the right audience, No Fate proves that sometimes the old ways are still the best.